Good Friday to all of my favorite people. And by favorite people, I mean everyone sitting in the room with me, which is no one. Welcome to another exciting adventure called NewsPop. I'm Jeff Orton, and I will be your mistress this evening. Oh. This week we're talking about the absolutely was not exciting and is now kind of exciting right-wing conspiracy to keep former Trump press secretary and blouse aficionado Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars. Now, as every mid-40s couple struggling to spend quality time together will tell you, Dancing with the Stars brings very little joy to failing marriages. But they'll also tell you that Sean Spicer was contentiously added to the cast of Celebrities, which was announced back in August on Good Morning America. Lots of people, liberals mostly, liberals always, had a lot of opinions about Dancing with the Stars, normalizing the complete shit show that is the current White House administration by having Spicer compete. Personally, I think if you're gonna have this strong of opinion about stuff, maybe it should be about all the gay judgment that liberals throw at each other, and less about the Republican Frankenstein who can't kickball change. He's just trying to dance away the pain of killing all those villagers. And yes, I mean gay judgment, because straight people appropriated that too.
You being a bitch is gonna help?
I didn't say anything.
I don't know, calm down. Calm down.
He apologized.
And I am gay judging them hard. That brings us to the conspiracy part. If you actually watch the show, inevitably it means that you have no social life. But you would have witnessed the atrocity that is Sean Spicer trying to gyrate his body like a stripper that lost her spine in a freak pole dancing accident. It's tragic. And it's like watching a gender reveal gone wrong. Hilarious.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hashtag gender's construct. He's so terrible that his dancing partner Lindsay had to have her own mother-in-law knocked off just to get out of dancing with him this week. Oh, I'm just kidding. She died from natural causes. Spicer has spent 8 long weeks on the show, regardless of the fact that he's received the lowest scores from the judges each and every week. For example, the average score this week was 25 out of 30. Most contestants scoring 27, which is pretty good. Spicer scored 20. And it's been that way every time, except for once. If you don't watch the show, typically this would mean that someone would be out within the first couple of weeks. But to everyone's gay surprise, yes, straight people stole that too. To everyone's gay surprise, Spicer hasn't even been in the bottom 2. No, not those 2 bottoms. You know what the best part of that joke is? Their names are actually Sasha and Pasha, and if that doesn't sound like a good start to a porno, what does anymore? Sorry, I got distracted. Spicer hasn't even been in the bottom 2. Not even once, despite having the lowest judges' scores, which means the judges have never actually got the chance to throw him out when they decide at the end of every episode who goes home after the audience vote gets tallied. More on that later. This actually made them outright gay mad this week.
We keep throwing you out the boat and the viewers keep throwing a life preserver. Well, the mermaid had better feet than you had.
I think Dory in Finding Nemo has a better sense of direction.
Confusing for me at this point why these are the bottom 2. Okay? I'm absolutely confused and a little irritated.
I'm in the same position as Carrie-Anne. You know, I have to do my job. You shouldn't be here.
So much shade. I feel like head judge Lynn Goodman might actually throw the other judge, Bruno Toglioli, directly at Spicy. That's called a gay missile. Now, you may ask what's driving this contention on TV's most bizarre platform for C-list celebrity comebacks. Well, look no further than Twitter, and you guessed it, our Twitler-in-chief, Donald J. Trump, who instead of running the country, poop tweets things like, vote for Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars. He is a great and very loyal guy who's working very hard, hashtag MAGA. Trump supporters have of course followed suit, putting Spicer at the top of the vote recipients each and every week, enraging people who have been praying for Old Spicy to get the hell off their TV set since January 2017. You know what's ironic about this situation? The effectiveness of the popular vote. This whole situation is a godsend to conservative trolls. We can't have it both ways, Democrats. If Hillary deserves to be in office because she won the popular vote, Sean Spicer deserves to toddler stomp his way through a dance competition on ABC if America keeps voting to save him. It's called the American Broadcasting Company, and there's nothing more American than liberals complaining about something they don't show up to vote for. It's like my grandma always used to say, if you don't vote, you're a piece of shit. Which brings me to my final thought. A TV show is in no way telling of the way that America will vote in the 2020 presidential election, right? Well, let's look at it. We already know that Trump followers are mostly committed to pissing other people off. It's the main attribute Trump voters share. They see an ass being an ass, and they're like, oh, I like assholes. And that's the biggest one I've ever seen. I should try and fit my whole head in there. They're all a bunch of dicks, and Trump's an asshole. If there's one thing I know about dicks and assholes, it's that they go great together. So, they're all in on voting for Sean Spicer. Keeping him there is just gonna piss off the quote-unquote Hollywood elite. And it's working. As far as the Spicer haters go, though, they tend to focus on the wrong things in this kind of competition. Like, who's got the best technique? I've got a surprise for you. As far as dancers go, they all suck. So instead of realizing this was happening and communicating efficiently with one another and uniting as one force working towards a common goal and mobilizing as one unit, hopefully in the end to one dancer, the one that got better and better each episode, and in my opinion, the one that best suits an attack on conservative ignorance, a gay black man with children. They instead fight against each other and probably stopped voting the moment their favorite got kicked off. There are 11 other people on the show that are all a part of what Trumpers refer to as Hollyweird. Of course no one is beating out Spicer. He is one guy. He's the underdog, the outsider, the one who gets laughed at, the one who gets called a horrible dancer by everyone, every episode. And you know what? He skyrocketed into being the #1 most voted for dance contestant on the season. You know why? Because the people who vote for Sean Spicer, they know how to work together to get what they want, which is to stick it to the libs, regardless of who brings it to them. I'm sure they also wanted someone with better lines and a grande jeté. But what can you do? And you know what? Their voices united are so loud that the ABC executives, the head honchos in charge, will bend at their will to give them what they want just to keep them happy, because they are going to keep showing up and watching the show, and they're going to keep voting all the way until the end, until all of the other 11 contestants have knocked each other out one by one and Sean Spicer is in the final 2. So, our job is, instead of getting pissed off that your favorite dancer isn't on the show anymore, you should keep watching. Keep proving that you care and will turn out. Maybe not for the dancer you wanted to win, and I know that sucks for you, but the dancer that can beat Sean Spicer. And when the time comes, you should vote like your life depends on it. For James Vanderbeek. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring my little notification button for a really exciting time. And here's another deposit for your social media spank bank. You guys know I'm talking about voting for president.